All right. Hello, everybody. We're gonna take a couple of minutes to allow people to file in and time to join. We're also getting closed captions set up at this time. After a couple of minutes, we'll go ahead and get started. Hey, Christina, I'm only seeing maybe one or two people in, like one person in here. Um, Even though we've got a number of people signed up. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started then. So, welcome everybody. I am Jennifer Parsons. I am the on the planning committee for Missouri AOER Conference. Welcome to a blueprint for OER professional development, how 5 colleges developed an OER academy through courage and collaboration. Our presenters today are Dr. Bobby Myatt, Faculty Development Program Lead at Alamo Colleges District, Dr. Pamela Harrington Moriarty, Director of Universal Access of Instructional Materials at Alamo Colleges District, B. Canales, Grant Program Manager and Academic Unit Assistant at San Antonio College, and Professor Suzelle Molina, faculty at Palo Alto College, where she teaches teacher education, kinesiology, psychology, and student development. I do ask that if you have questions, please drop them into the chat or into Q&A. We ask that you please be free with your questions, but we will answer them at the end of the session. We'll give ourselves 10 minutes to go ahead and answer them. We do encourage you to talk to each other through the chat function. I will go ahead and be monitoring that as well. With nothing else, I will go ahead and set myself to mute and turn off my video.
Great.
And take it away.
Thank you so much, and thank you all for joining us for this session. My name, as Ms. Parsons stated, is Dr. Bobby Myatt, and I do serve as a Faculty Development Program Lead at the Alamo Colleges District. I am also a TXDLA, what does that stand for? Texas Distance Learning Association ADA Specialist. I also am a Quality Matters Master Reviewer, the District Coordinator, and an online facilitator for the APQMR. My colleagues and I are looking forward to speaking with you today, and we will be presenting a blueprint for OER professional development. And I'm going to allow them each to unmic and tell you a little bit about themselves. We'll start with B.
Hi, my name is Beatrice Canales, or B. Canales, and I serve as the grant project manager for the Alamo Colleges OER Consortium project. I have been an academic staff educator at the San Antonio College for the past 18 years. And next will be Suzelle.
Good day, everyone. My name is Suzelle Molina. I'm a professor at Palo Alto College. As stated previously, I have taught teacher education, kinesiology, student development, and psychology for 28 years.
Hi, everyone. My name is Pam Harrington Moriarty. I am the Director of Universal Access of Instructional Materials for Alamo Colleges District. I've been in this role for about a year and a half. And prior to this, I worked as a community college instructor for 13 years.
Hey, and we do welcome you all once again, and we can move on to the next slide. Hopefully in this session, we're going to describe some key components of innovative OER professional development and the series that we developed, and provide some recommendations to overcome the barriers when creating OER professional development. A little bit about the Alamo Colleges district. If you're seeing this map, it probably looks a little funky. But we're going to share a little bit about where we're at and what we serve in our community. We are located in San Antonio, Texas. We are made up of 5 colleges that are individually accredited, and they are Northeast Lakeview, Northwest Vista, Palo Alto, St. Philip's, and San Antonio College. We also have 8 regional and neighborhood centers, 14 early college high schools, 13 pathways and technology early college high schools, and 8 CAST career academies. So that's a lot. That's more than a mouthful, but you can see all of the counties that we do serve. It's, they're all kind of different names. And if you're looking at the one that is spelled B-E-X-A-R, that's pronounced bear. And we can move to the next slide. Our Alamo Colleges, we serve over 100,000 students each year. And the district has a student population demographic that breaks down into a variety of ethnicities, as you can see there. That is kind of our learner profile and the learners that we serve, broken down into Hispanic, African American, white, Asian, and other. 61% of our student population is female, and 68% take classes part-time. So being 5 separately accredited colleges, our learners are able to take classes at any one of our 5 colleges. They don't have to stay specific to just their home college. And we also boast the only higher education institution in the country that carries the attribute of a Hispanic serving institution and a historically Black college or university, respectively. That is St. Philip's College. Of the 100,000 students that we serve annually, 26% are 25 years or older, 70% rely on financial aid and third-party pay, and 29% are under-resourced. So we have a challenge, but we have a beautiful landscape.
Palo Alto College began the OER initiative about 10 years ago in the summer of 2014. And OER has grown organically by faculty, for faculty and students to support the students' academic success. In the spring of 2021, 48% of PAC's full-time and adjunct faculty used OER in their courses. Persistence and collaboration helped play a vital role in supporting our community of educators who have been invested in OER. We have been determined to provide students with high quality OER tailored to our students' backgrounds and their needs. Our president at the time, 10 years ago, was Dr. Mike Flores. And Dr. Mike Flores, he is now the chancellor of the Alamo Colleges District. He invested time, he invested his energies and monies into OER. We heard about OER at a conference, a Canvas conference, and we brought it back to Palo Alto. He immediately funded our initiative and has been an advocate for us since the beginning. This led the Board of Trustees charged to support universal access to instructional materials for all Alamo College students. And faculty at the other 4 colleges have also invested in OER to support their students. For instance, the SAC faculty developed an open textbook for the EDUC 1300 students, and that is a college orientation course. And North Lakeview College also created 2 biology courses using full OER. So currently, about 10% of our Alamo College courses at the 5 institutes use OER instead of publisher materials.
Last year, SAC and the Alamo Colleges were awarded an open textbook pilot grant from the U.S. Department of Education in the amount of $1.963 million over 3 years. This opportunity reflects the persistence, collaboration, and courage of Alamo College's faculty and staff. SAC applied for the grant twice. While the first attempt wasn't successful, the grant committee revised the proposal using feedback from the U.S. Department of Ed and was awarded the grant in 2024. The grant is supporting faculty from 5 of ACD's, or Alamo Community College Districts, top-enrolled courses in OER professional development and in adopting, adapting, and creating OER and open textbooks. These are 5 interdisciplinary courses that compose part of the core curriculum for both the Associate of Science degrees for transfers to 4-year partners and for the Associate of Applied Science degrees in workforce, career, and technical educational pathways. And as you can see, the grant personnel has included 16 OER consortium faculty for year 1, myself, 4 co-principal investigators, Alamo College's Faculty Development Department, the Director of Universal Access of Instructional Materials, a contracted curriculum design expert, content librarians, contracted instructional designers, and for future student instructional design interns. The grant proposes several anticipated outcomes. The grant will include all 5 colleges over a period of 3 years. By September 31st, 2026, the number of course sections adopting OER will equal at least 303, with 8,800 students enrolled in these courses. 75 faculty will use OER and OER tools, or 25 faculty each year of the grant. OER courses will equal or exceed the 89.9% Alamo Colleges District course completion rate of traditional courses. Average grades of students in OER courses will equal or exceed the Alamo Colleges District of 73% average grade rate for traditional courses. The failure or withdrawal rate in OER courses will equal or be below the 17% Alamo Colleges District course failure withdrawal rate of traditional courses. And finally, the average cost savings per student will be $109.73, and total cost savings for students will equal approximately $1.9 million. That's what we proposed as part of our outcomes. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot that as a consortium, we are dedicated to achieve. And next is Suzelle.
While SAC was proposing the Alamo Colleges OER Consortium grant, the Alamo Colleges were also investing, bolstering the institutional support of OER, the adoption, the adaption, and the development. PAC developed 3 OER professional development courses. And again, the first few years, we only offered an introduction to OER, but we found that we grew so quickly that we needed to offer 2 additional professional development courses. The second is the OER for the enthusiast, and and last is OER for textbook publication. All 3 of these courses were offered every semester for all faculty, full-time and part-time. Due to the district-wide offering this summer, OER is only going to be offered from now on into just the summer academy. Alamo College's faculty and staff also participated in a committee to research and propose and request funding for an OER development model. When Alamo Colleges received the grant, this sparked interest in supporting additional faculty in OER development, so much that the OER Colleges leadership approved the funding of the amount of $385,000 to support 61 additional faculty and also 6 OER faculty champions. And these leaders helped all faculty that were enrolled in the summer 2024 OER Academy. 88 faculty, Alamo faculty participated last year. As you can see, we had participation in many disciplines. These faculty completed a professional development course in Canvas. Dr. Myatt collaborated with PAC to combine the PAC's OER Academy course with open license contents. So I'd like to now ask Dr. Myatt to bring her insight and her expertise to share with you how we transformed our Palo Alto College professional development courses to a district-wide professional development model.
Okay, great. And I will speak to this just a bit. But yes, we were able to scale what was there in the foundation that Palo Alto College had already developed. And we were able to push that up to scale across all 5 colleges by several different things, but the most prominent would be our Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board already had the Texas OER Core Elements course, and we integrated that along with our LMS, our learning management system is Canvas, and along with what we had from THECB, I know we're filled with acronyms. Along with that, we were able to also couple in and integrate inside of their Canvas tools and how you could use these items, making it more palatable for a larger audience. You know, perhaps somebody wasn't very familiar with the LMS, but they were really into OER. This would leverage that out for them. So everybody was kind of given a bit of a refresher, if you may. But yes, and we were able to definitely do that.
The 52 of the faculty participants, they attended optional weekly OER workshops. These were workshops that were designed by Bea and Bobby and Pam as well. And so at the end of the summer, 45 faculty members did complete the Texas OER Elements course, and all faculty completed the OER Academy course. Bobby?
That is correct. And as Suzelle explained, our OER Academy course includes content from that Texas OER course Core Elements course. And you can see If you haven't already noticed, our colors, we have 5 different colors that we utilize. So those colors are also utilized in the design aspects of the course. And this gives everybody from the 5 colleges something they can connect directly to. And the Texas OER Core Elements course is actually a free 14-unit open license course created by Carrie Gitz and Judith Sebesta for the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board, THECB. And the course provides opportunities for exploration and discovery of OER and open education practices. And our OER Academy course applies a quality matters approach, mainly because I'm so invested in it, and it is something that we promote district-wide. This was a great opportunity to put those best practices of course design into application and delivery for our faculty. We provided professional development to help faculty create a course map and to align their course to their objectives and module objectives, along with the learning activities, assessments, and OER content. We also helped faculty understand and use the accessibility tools, not only that are contained within the LMS Canvas, but also those tools that are available and widely reviewed with Microsoft Office. So we had several different accessibility components to it, and an open license content that would meet those accessibility standards. So there was even another layer involved. Faculty learned how to use Canvas tools, and beyond our Canvas, all of our enterprise license tools as well, such as Panopto. It's a web conferencing video tool to incorporate OER into their courses.
Great, and so I'll talk a little bit about our OER workshops. And so we offered 2-hour optional OER workshops each week in a hybrid format. Some of our participants did choose to attend in person, while the majority participated in Zoom. And so we found that recommending the remote option has been really helpful for us, especially having 5 colleges in different locations in the city, is a way of bringing people together. In these workshops, we discuss the best practices in adopting, adapting, and developing OER and open textbooks. Dr. Myatt and I guided our faculty in creating their course maps. We provided feedback to them and helped them think about replacing the publisher content with open licensed materials. We also contracted with a third-party vendor in collaboration with our Alamo Online instructional design team. This was very, very helpful. We had 4 contracted instructional designers who also attended the workshops with us, so that we were creating a community of practitioners working together. And then the contracted designers met individually with faculty, and so they set up separate meetings, most often weekly, some bi-weekly, to help the faculty create their course maps. The designers also were instrumental in helping the faculty research online to identify relevant OER to include in their course maps. And so our workshops included topics such as introduction, understanding, and why OER, open licensing and finding OER, evaluating and accessibility, and a deep dive into Creative Commons licensing. So we found that bringing everyone together as a place to ask questions and share ideas was something that really benefited our professional development. So with all of this has led into us proposing a framework for OER courses and open textbooks. And so based on our experience last summer, we're proposing a 3-phase model to help faculty complete professional development, to help them develop OER and implement their deliverables, and to support adoption of those deliverables across the departments. And so we're currently piloting this model now with our OER Consortium grant faculty, and Bea will tell you a little bit about that in a moment, and how that's going. We anticipate offering this model to additional faculty in fall of 2025. And so you'll see this is a pathway here that you're noticing that begins with phase 1. And phase 1 focuses on our OER professional development. So if approved, faculty each semester of the academic year will be invited to receive 3 non-instructional workload units. So this may be labeled as a kind of like a course release at other institutions, where they'll have the resources and time to complete our OER Academy course. We'll also ask them to attend OER workshops, and we'll support them in developing a course map so that they can adopt OER for a course that they've been teaching. We'll also include the option to create an OER project proposal, which would then build into phase 2. And so those who wish to move to phase 2 will receive one-time compensation to complete a OER Canvas course or a Pressbooks open textbook. And so we've been very fortunate to be able to develop an institutional Pressbooks network that all 5 colleges are participating in. We're training our faculty in how to use Pressbooks and how to work with open textbooks on that platform. And our faculty members will be eligible to receive up to $3,000 to complete an OER course and a Pressbooks open textbook, but in collaboration with their instructional designer. And so we aren't leaving them alone in this process. We're continuing to provide that support. And this recognizes all of the great work that PAC has done in multiple semesters of helping faculty. We want to continue that kind of support going forward. We know that creating OER takes a great deal of investment and time from our faculty. And so we want to support them with the instructional designers, but also with compensation awards. Then the faculty could move into phase 3 of the program. And this is where we'll support adoption of OER across departments. Faculty who choose to use a OER Canvas course or a Pressbooks open textbook that was developed in phase 2 would be eligible to receive special compensation, so a compensation award of $500 to teach with that material and to provide an evaluation. And so by providing evaluations of the materials, this is one way that we can keep our OER updated. So for instance, if there's a major trend or change in a faculty's discipline, the faculty teaching with the OER course or the open textbook will complete an evaluation, and they may suggest that we add content to the OER or the open textbook. And so we'd have these evaluations ready to share back with the original author to ask if the author approves of making changes or adding content. And we'd only move forward if it was approved by the author, and the instructional designer then can support that work. We also plan to keep OER repositories updated so that faculty will be able to learn what is being developed by their colleagues or what is recommended in regarding OER. So this will help address any concerns that OER can be difficult to locate or to implement. We'll provide training on adopting OER as the instructional materials for faculty who choose to use the OER with their students. So I'll turn it over to Bea to talk a little bit more about this.
So as Pam explained, we are currently piloting phase 2 with our OER consortium faculty. We have 12 faculty who are working on OER Canvas courses and open textbooks on our Pressbooks institutional network. 2 of our faculty, so it breaks down like this. So 2 of our faculty are working on OER for Education 1300. 4 are working on OER for English 1301. 1 is working on OER for History 1301. 3 are working on OER for Math 1314, and 2 are working on OER for Psychology 2301. We were asked by leadership what the return on investment, or ROI, on our grant was, and we illustrated quality coursework and/or open textbook creation takes time. We are excited that we will have OER deliverables to share with the 5 Alamo colleges at the end of this semester. So we would like to share some recommendations that may help others with creating OER professional development for faculty. First, it is important to get buy-in, that green button right there. When PAC started developing quality OER in 2014, they created a terrific model that OER work is developed by faculty for students. and with students. It has been essential for us to include representatives from all 5 colleges in this work. We have strived to get buy-in from faculty, staff, and leadership across all 5 colleges. We look for those who serve as OER advocates at our colleges. Second, we would recommend starting small. I collaborated with the San Antonio College academic dean to start writing this grant with a small cohort of representatives from all 5 colleges. As part of the grant proposal, it was essential and a natural extension to bring all the colleges and the presidents together as a consortium. Completing small goals that are built into larger goals can assist institutions with developing a cohesive OER program. The Alamo colleges each experimented with OER on their own at first, and now we have transitioned into a strategic model involving all Alamo colleges as equal participants in our OER initiatives. And third, we recommend being persistent. With many initiatives and programs, it can sometimes be difficult to get the necessary resources to support OER. But don't give up. Look for opportunities to share how OER supports student success and to find others at your institution who value OER. Our proposal was not funded in the first round, as said before, but I reminded our district grant writer that the Department of Education gave us what we needed to work on for the second round. The second round gave us the ability to submit a near perfect proposal. And Pam will keep going with the recommendations.
Great. So we'd also like to recommend that collaboration really is essential. We've been able to develop an OER Academy with a professional development course and workshop series by bringing many minds and perspectives together. So we've drawn on our individual strengths and supported each other in creating the professional development components. It really has been a meeting of minds, lots of effort put into creating something that we all feel proud of. Finally, we encourage others to take advantage of open resources that are available. So you don't have to recreate the wheel, right? The Texas OER Core Elements course has a lot of great material that can be drawn on. It's all openly licensed. There's also the Creative Commons certificate program. They have material that is available free and openly licensed. So draw on what you can find as far as resources, but I'd say even more so, draw on those in your community. So I'm kind of the baby in the community now. I've only been here for a year and a half, but I am so grateful to be working with these amazing people, and drawing on what they've learned and being able to share what I've learned so that we can work together and support our faculty for our students, which really is our goal.
Great. And now we would like to open up the sessions to questions. Does anybody have a question they would like to ask, or please feel free to type your question in the chat or utilize the Q&A.
So in the chat, Robert Powers asks, what elements have worked so well in the FAR and what would you do differently in the future?
I'm going to let anybody take that but me, but well, actually I'll answer on my side of, I do a lot of instructional design, and I think that the elements that worked really well were those things that we were able to integrate really easily and seamlessly. Not to toot my own horn, but I do feel like the course flowed well because we made sure that the content in the course was matching what we were delivering every week with them. So it was more of an educator's dream. You're going to, teach and then collaborate. And so the scaffolding was innate to the course development and the development of their course mapping. I love the integration of symbiosis, of our third party that came in with instructional designers, because we are 5 colleges, it is a very unique situation. So there's always going to be a little competitiveness. It's kind of like you have with your siblings. So by bringing in a third party, there was an unbiased approach that was given, because like I had said earlier, those if somebody's very brand new and somebody's been doing it for many years, you might feel a little intimidated to ask a question. So I think it really leveled our landscape for everybody to feel like, I'm going to ask this. And even if 80% of the people knew, they were willing to help.
I can add to that too. I think something that really helped in the workshops was having faculty come in and show examples of what they've done with OER. So being able to see that in person and ask the questions about what's created takes some of the intimidation factor away. It can be scary to try something really new, and OER has been new to several of the faculty who've participated with us. And so those practical examples are really important. And we've talked about how we'd like to include even more practical examples to help our faculty. And so that's what we'll do when we offer the professional development this coming summer again. Another thing that was quite difficult was trying to run the hybrid sessions. So it's hard to kind of place people into smaller groups to help them discuss ideas or to plan their projects when you have you're uncertain who's going to be there in person and who's going to be there remotely. And so we've talked about just changing to remotely going forward when we do these professional development workshops. Also, it's quite hot here in San Antonio in the summer, so getting away from the heat, I think people will appreciate.
A follow-up question is, did you encounter any issues with weekly workshop attendance from the faculty? And if so, how were they addressed? It looks like the part of that was like,
Yeah, so with this first, we were kind of piloting this program, I think, this last summer, and so we were hesitant to require faculty to be at the workshops, especially coming out of a faculty role into a staff role. I know how important the summer semesters are for faculty, whether it's kind of a break away from academic work or it's time really to invest in your pedagogy. We wanted to make things as flexible as possible, and so we're actually very surprised that we had such a great participation with the workshops. People were really happy to be there. We also recorded the sessions, and Bobby placed them into our Canvas course, so there were people who watched the sessions after. And so we didn't require attendance, but I still had people emailing me to say, I can't be there, I'm so sorry. Like, people were sad about not being able to attend if something came up.
Now, I would add to that, because I do faculty development across the 5 colleges, and I mean, we never get summer attendance upwards, of that. And I would say, and I'm going to ballpark it, but I think our average attendance on any one of those 2-hour sessions was at least 63 people. And then I think people would tell other people, very much like the shampoo. You tell one friend and then they came too, and they weren't in it, but they came because they knew what was going to be presented and what was going to be talked about. So good things do travel fast. And I think that we had it really opened my eyes personally to see how much interest there truly is in OER by faculty. And we got really, really lucky that we had so many faculty that were willing to share. One of our faculty, he shared his entire cognitive process for what he did, where he went to research, to get these things, to build this stuff. It was just, phenomenal. And I think he presented that following week. It was like, wow, thank you. So yeah, really good attendance.
So Robert, what we did that was a little different than just hosting the OER Academy at one college. We had 6 had five leads for each college, and those leaders helped with the faculty at each of the campuses. But they became such good friends. It didn't matter what campus they were from. You know, it didn't matter where they taught from. They were just so excited to learn from their colleagues, some they've never met before. And so we decided to have open OER office hours in the sense where, you know, workshop hours. So they would come in and they would be able to show us what they were doing, or even an attribution that they might be confused about. So, or a Canvas issue. We assume that faculty might have known more about Canvas, and so Bobby is a unique soul. She can read not only a room but a Zoom room, and so we had to regroup at times and say, you know what, we need to go back a little bit, and these faculty need help with other aspects. And so, and a lot were Canvas issues that they didn't know about. So we helped in an array of ways, and so this allowed the faculty to come in during the time that we if it was morning, lunchtime, even evenings, so they could come in anytime during the day, and then they could work on whatever they needed to do or have questions, and we were there for them.
I
Did
think the
that
part
help?
that,
I'm sorry.
oh, did you finish? I'm sorry. Oh, the part I was just going to address is what would you do differently in the future? Well, we did do a survey with the faculty, and Pam and I, and we went through it recently with the co-leads that we have now. And we went through the survey, you know, line by line, and we're addressing each part of the survey of the suggestions of how to make it better. So I think that feedback is so important because that's how we get better. And the future model of even paying for faculty is going to be better for us. Uh, Participating in a grant is amazing, and the back end of it is extremely challenging um, because it is, as Pam and I found out last spring, it is unique. I mean, it's not to say there hasn't been consortium grants passed, but our grant seemed like it was an uphill battle. Um, but I think it was for the best because now there are specific, uh, how should I say, specific avenues that our district is doing to make sure everything from getting data for us um, for time and effort to, you know, so I think a lot um, of this is trial and error and then learning from it. So that's my part.
Okay, I see no more questions. We are at about time. We just hit 15:44 on my screen. Oh, one more question. This is a good one. What has been the most rewarding aspect so far?
Everybody's so quiet. I'm so loud. I'm sorry. I teach communication, so you have to. I will jump in. To me personally, the collaboration that has been just a great driver for us, and you know, maintaining the relationships between and amongst, but also, you know, forging those relationships across our 5 colleges. The collaboration was just through skyrockets.
I'll also say seeing people transition from being intimidated or maybe feeling a little overwhelmed with OER to being excited about what they're doing. You know, we had a few faculty who were new to their roles, maybe had transitioned from adjunct to full-time and were feeling like it was a lot to take in, who are now just like moving along, creating open textbooks, creating their courses. So that has been rewarding to see.
Okay, we are at time. I want to thank everybody who came in and participated and asked questions. I would like to thank all 4 of our panelists. This was I was having a similar issue as Tracy. I was trying to take notes right at the same time. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for this wonderful panel. Everyone have a wonderful day. And if you're driving later, stay safe.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you.
Mhm.